Hey guys, hi, it's Julie the Creative Chica. So I'm going to do a basic video tutorial on doing a napkin card. So how to take the plies off of a napkin, and then how to put it on a napkin, how to seal it. You could leave it, or if you do it, you could use a embossing folder to hold the pieces together further. So we're going to start with the napkin. And this one has already been, oops, this one has already been plies removed. And when I say plies removed, I mean that when you get a napkin, you have plies on the back. See the white? And so you can take a piece of tape and just kind of wiggle. I'm sorry, I wasn't in frame. Take a piece of tape, put it on the back. And then if you can get your nail on that side, you see how it's starting to come apart? There's a couple of plies here. So I'm taking the plies off with the tape. Easy. Some people use their wet finger or a finger that's got glue on it. I like tape. It's just so much cleaner and easier. So there you go. Now you took the plies off. That's step one. So take a piece of tape, get it on the corner, and pull off the white part. And this is what you're left with. Pretty transparent, very pretty. Okay, so there's number one. Number two is you're going to have to adhere it. Now I'm leaving all the edges here so that I can see where I want to place this. I want to leave the pot mostly like that, but I also want all of the napkin to be adhered. So how do you adhere it? There's a whole bunch of different ways you could do. I sometimes do this. I'll take a card and I'll brush Mod Podge on it, and I will just brush the whole card and let them sit. And then what I do is I take the card, or I take the napkin, and I take like a little mini iron and iron it on. That is a dry method to do it. You could do it wet, but it's a hot mess when you do it wet. I don't like it. I do like the glue stick method, and I'll show you that right now. Is you take a glue stick. This is Scotch permanent glue stick, and you just make sure you cover the entire area of the card. Okay, and just go across it. Oops, getting low here. Let me go up, go across it, and then you can kind of look at it in the light to see if you missed any spots. And you just want to make sure that you got all the spots that you wanted to. And this takes a second, so it's not going to dry right away, so it gives you time to go over it a few more times until you get every section that you wanted to get. And where's the lid? Here's the lid. Okay, so now I got that. And what I do is I already know that I want it right about there. I'm going to stand up, you guys. It's easier for me. So I'm going to want it right about there. Oops. A little bit down. Not the top. Okay. Ooh. See, it's not always perfect, but this is easier, I think, than doing it the other way. Now, let's see. Yeah, that's about right. So let this side go. That's pretty much committing. And press outward from the center out. Center out. There we go. It was easier for me to stand up than do it sitting. But you're in your craft room, you could do it any way you want. Okay, and I'm just rubbing it with my finger, not super hard, but I'm just making sure that if there are any wrinkles, I'm just kind of rubbing them with my finger to straighten them out. Nice. Okay, so now you have that. See how I have a wrinkle here? Just rubbing the paper. And okay, so that's good. Now all you need to do is trim it. And so I'm going to trim it from this side to match the card. And we'll check to see if we need any glue on the edges. And then we will emboss it, because I like to do that. Not all the time, but I do like to do it. Okay. And then I'll show you something else I'm working on. Oops, hang on. There we go. Now, I'm making this video for anybody who hasn't made these cards yet. It's very easy and they're really fun because there's so many napkins to choose from. Let me open this up because I see that there's an edge and I need to follow it with my scissors. There we go. It's good to follow it from the back side so you can see. And there's just a little smidge here. And I think that's a little bit tiny bit here. And I think this is an open corner. So I'll show you guys how to fix that. Okay. So since there is an open, what I mean open corner is there's a little bit coming up here. You see that? See that? So I just take my glue stick, go to the corner, rub it, and rub it down. And this too, I'll see if I can get it up. Yep. And rub it and get it back down. So another corner, open corner here. And I'll rub it and I'll get along the edge. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. So there's the card. And it's real pretty, isn't it? I love this. Beautiful napkin, and I'm looking forward to putting a sentiment on it and all that. I'll do all that off camera, but I just want to show you guys this is how you do it. Now, I'm going to emboss it with this pretty square lattice. And why is that taped? Why is it taped? I don't know. I don't know why it's taped, but it is. Anyway, I will be taking out my cuddle bug, and I will be doing that. If there is any other parts that are up after, sorry, I was way off screen. If there's any parts that are up, you can go along the edge, just rub along the edge. Okay, so let's get the cuddle bug out. Here's my cuddle bug. Isn't she pretty? My blue girl. So let me get my plates. Okay, so I have my plates. This is, I wrote cut on there and I put emboss so I could remember. Sometimes, you know, my brain doesn't engage well right now, and this helps a lot. Okay, so I got an A plate on the bottom, and I got my 2 B plates, and I'm going to be taking my card, I'm opening the center, and then I'm putting this in. Okay, that should be really pretty. Okay, now let's get it through here. That's going to turn out really pretty. Oops, let me move it closer here. Okay, there we go. I bought a new plate from Temu. It is so thick, you guys. It's ridiculous. Where is it? I don't know if I can see it here. Yeah. Is this it? I think so. Yeah, let me show you guys real quick. I love the crisscross on it, but you guys, look how thick that is. It's like super, super thick. And it wouldn't go through here. It wouldn't go through my machine. Oh, isn't that beautiful? So that's what this looks like. Isn't that pretty? That is really nice. And then I can write, and then I can put a sentiment. Look at the back. That's what it looks like. And if you want, you can add another like piece of cardstock to make it heavier. This is probably 80 pounds, so it's not really that heavy. But you could put a piece of cardstock here and maybe a different color. Like I would like to see if I could find this like a chartreuse green and put it here. And then my sentiment, usually you layer these, and if you wanted to, you could do it on another piece of cardstock and then layer it onto this if you wanted to. but I don't usually. So that's how you do it. And oh yeah, I was comparing these. Okay, so this is a Sizzix, or no, Stampin' Up. Yeah, Stampin' Up by Sizzix. Look at that, and now look at the difference on that one. Horrible. It was awful to get it through, and I didn't want to break my machine. I tried to put down what the sandwich that when it went through, but I didn't like it. I don't think I'll be ordering anymore from Temu. I'll go to that craft thrift shop and get mine, because they have beautiful for like $2. It's way worth it. Anyway, so enough of my little rant, but that is how you make the card. And I just wanted to show you how easy it is. So that's the basic steps, and I hope you liked it, and I hope that it helps you. So I am going to show you one last thing, and that is something I'm working on. So with this one, what I did was I took a brush, a wet brush, on the napkin. Oh, well, let me get the napkin. Here's the napkin, but it isn't the same picture, but it's got a really pretty, another pretty horse. I wet my napkin, excuse me, I wet my brush, and I went around the very outer edge and then pulled off this part, and then I glued it on to cardstock, and then I layered 2 of these together. So then once I layered 2 together, then I have like this on cardstock. This is on cardstock, and then there's one underneath that is showing all this. I will distress it. This is Glossy Accents. Is it still wet? No, it's not still wet. So this is dry, and then I will distress the edges and put a sentiment. I will not run this through the embossing because it's down pretty good, and it's many layers, and the edges are I Mod Podged with the edges, so that is all down. So there's another way you could do it. Once it's down, you could try to Mod Podge the edges. So that's it, you guys. That's what I got right now, and I will see you guys in the next video.